for this demonstration because she's a poor. Today we're going to talk about rooting peach fuzz, also known as Lanugo. Alissa Beth is a good candidate for this demonstration, or a good model for this demonstration, because she has a very fine hairline on the side. So as you can see, the thicker hair is really behind her ear and back. All of this is your peach fuzz area. So we'll be replicating that on her baby doll. There are several ways to create peach fuzz. Even there are kits you can buy that come with like some sort of fuzz, cotton or polyester prop that you can kind of glue to the doll for a peach fuzzy look. I prefer to root my Lanugo. So the best color on a Caucasian baby for that is blonde. What I'm showing right now are two colors of blonde. The one on the bottom is just blonde from Ruby Red Galleria. The one above that is ash blonde. So you can see it's got a little bit of brown to it. It's a lot darker. Alissa Beth's hair is ash blonde, but for the Lanugo area, we're going to use blonde because it's very light and it creates the illusion of the hair being fine. The hair diameter isn't any smaller on blonde hair than it is on ash blonde or brown hair, but visually the light coloring and the proximity of that color to her complexion creates a sort of optical illusion that the hair is also finer. Another way that we can create the illusion of hair being fine is to space it out more when we're rooting. And we're going to do both of those in this Lanugo section. Lighting is extremely important when you're rooting a transparent area. I think I'm actually going to put on additional light. There we go. Because what I need the hair to do is to reflect. So you can see it as well. So these little white lines are where the blonde hair is reflecting light, and that will be the best way for me to see where I've rooted the hair. We're rooting loops. So I've got a single loop of mohair that I'm going to root into this area. It's very, very difficult to see, which is kind of painful while you're rooting, but works very well for what we're trying to do. So unfortunately I wasn't able to record while I was rooting because there is one in exactly one direction from which I can see this hair, and I am not able to do that while I'm under the camera. So this is the first section of the Lanugo rooted, and there's a couple of things to keep in mind when you're rooting your peach fuzz areas. The first is that direction is very important. Lanugo hairs are very fine, but they also have a direction to them. So if you're not comfortable rooting directionally, then definitely take a look at my directional rooting video to help you gain confidence in doing that. The second thing that you need to keep in mind is that you have a lot of freedom over where this area is. So you can extend the peach fuzz all the way up the forehead. You can run it down the cheeks. It's really up to you and what kind of look that you want to accomplish, and to make sure that you're putting it in a natural growth pattern or a natural hair growth pattern. Definitely check out my hair patterning tutorial as well, so you'll make sure that the hair is always going in the right direction regardless of where you place it. And finally, use spacing to your advantage. So the color makes the hair look thinner, but also you can space the hairs out more so that it looks and feels more fine. So these hairs that I'm rooting are further apart from one another than the hairs that I'm rooting where her hair is thicker. So color, spacing, direction, all these things work to your advantage when you're trying to create the peach fuzz Lanugo look on your doll. Okay, so I just finished rooting the surrounding area as well as the peach fuzz area. And what you might notice is because this hair is blonde, it looks kind of yellow, all piled together. So to get rid of that yellow look and to get more of a transparent look, we're gonna cut it shorter. So I'm gonna get a good pair of hair cutting scissors. We're gonna determine where we want our hairline to be and make diagonal snips. And then line everything else up around it. And for more details on cutting and styling hair, please see my hair trim and style video. Okay, so now it's starting to look a little bit more clear. You can keep trimming it up a little bit. Just be careful when you're trimming mole hair because it, depending on the brand, it won't tolerate being too short. It'll stick up instead of lying down. You want the hair to be as uneven as possible.